Good morning and welcome to Whenever You Are. I am Bandit Haze, and today is another edition of Haze versus the World. And I'm going to be answering questions that women want men to answer. And I think by now that most of us have probably heard of the 36 questions that women have for men that BuzzFeed did a while ago. But I'm pretty sure that most, if not all of us, believe those questions are pretty damn stupid. So I will not be answering those questions. I'm going to be answering these questions that were posted on the Frisky.com. 50 questions for men we want answered ASAP. Now it's worth noting that this article was actually posted back in 2010 and it is now 2018. So the lesson here is this. Ladies, if you say you want something done ASAP, don't expect it to be done anytime soon. Now there are 50 questions. I'm not going to answer all of them because it might end up being too long, and I might skip around just a little bit as well. Why do you take so long pooping? Well, that really depends on what you need to do. I mean, if you've got a lot coming out, then you need to make sure all of it is out. And also it depends on what you've been eating, because if you've had a lot of dairy in your diet, and I mean a lot of dairy, milk, cream, cheese, cheesecakes, all that stuff, then you might find that once it starts coming out, it don't want to stop. And especially if you've had to hold it for a while, by the time you get to the toilet, it's just coming out like a bomb. It's like, it's just like a massive fart and a massive poop all at the same time. And it just keeps on coming out until you are drained. And even then, it don't want to stop. You start making that noise that car makes when you try to turn the engine on, but there's no petrol in the tank. And when you're done and you look inside the toilet, it don't even look like human poo. It looks like some kind of dog poo. A sick dog at that somebody sprinkled mashed up peanuts all over and mixed it all in. And of course when you flush, it's not going to go all down. It's going to block the toilet. In fact, it might even overflow. So now you have to get the toilet plunger out, the mop and bucket out. It's just a whole cleanup job. So ladies, be grateful that time is spent in the toilet. And gentlemen, remember to only eat that much dairy when you have time to clean the toilets afterwards. Is there such a thing as too slutty? Yes, there is. But here's the thing though, it kind of depends on the situation. Like for example, if you're trying to date a pimp, then too slutty might be somewhere around here. Whereas if you're trying to date, say, a politician, then too slutty would be somewhere around there. It's kind of like how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, sluttiness is in the eye of the D-holder. Have you ever cheated? How often? I have never cheated. You liar. Okay, so let me be honest. I have cheated. It was many years ago. It's not something that I'm proud of. And now that it's happened, I can say with 100% truth that anybody who may be tempted to doing it, it is not worth it at all. And not to make excuses or anything, but just to let you know what happened in my situation. It's like I didn't really want to do it because I never really felt like I had to. But it just started to seem to me that everybody else was cheating. So I guess there's like a little bit of peer pressure in there. And then when opportunity came, it was just so easy to do it, you know? And I'm not trying to say that makes it okay or anything like that, because it doesn't. But what I learned from that whole thing was to never put myself or to never allow myself to be in a position where these sorts of things can happen. So ever since then, I stopped playing words with friends. Hypothetically speaking, do you remember what I was wearing when we first met? Well, seeing that I've not met the person who wrote that question, I'd have to say no, because I cannot remember something that's never happened. But let me humor this for a moment. If you're talking about a girl that I'm with and remembering what she was wearing the first time I met, most likely not. Unless it was like yesterday or last week or something, maybe. But if we're talking like years later, no. In fact, quite frankly, if it is years later and your partner remembers exactly what you was wearing on the day that you met, then that is some craziness you do not want to be around. The thing is, you meet people all the time. Some of those people you'll see again, most of them you won't. So I'm not even trying to remember what somebody was wearing just in case it turns into a relationship. Now, if he doesn't remember what you was wearing on your wedding day, then yeah, that's kind of a problem. How often do you look at porn when your girlfriend isn't home? I don't look at porn anymore. That stuff will mess you up. I stopped looking at porn a long time ago. Look, I don't believe like if you watch a violent movie, then you become a violent person or anything like that. That being said, I do believe it is possible to be overexposed to certain things. And when that happens, it kind of messes around with your perceptions of reality. Alright, for example, let's say you meet a girl at the bus stop and you think she's cute, she thinks you're cute, she smiles at you, you smile back. However, because you've watched way too much porn, you can't smile like a regular person. Your smile comes out like... Now at this point, she's probably thinking, oh, this guy seems a bit odd, but I don't want to be rude, so I still say hello to him. And you say hello back, except because you watched way too much porn, you can't say hello like a regular person. Your hello comes out like, Now here's the thing, because you've watched too much porn and you don't really understand how real life works anymore, you're just standing there confused as to why she isn't jumping all over you. Like, why are you not on me right now? I don't understand. What? By the way, ladies, you know how you can tell if your boyfriend or husband or whatever's been looking at porn? There's actually quite a lot of ways you can tell. The most obvious ones are if the browser history is deleted, or indeed if he forgets to delete the browser history. But another way you can tell that maybe isn't so obvious, if you look at the keyboards that he uses, if the Alt and Tab keys are more worn down than the other keys on the board, probably been looking at porn. What is going through your head when we're annoyed at you? Video games, most likely video games, yeah. Why do you continue to eat spicy foods if it only makes you feel sick? First of all, spicy food does not make me feel sick. As far as I'm concerned, the spicier the better. In fact, you know what I hate? When you go to an Indian restaurant and you get a biryani or a vindaloo or something and you ask for the spiciest they've got and they say, yeah, this is the spiciest we've got, and then you eat it and it's mild? I mean, what, do I look like a soccer mom? I didn't come all this way for mild. If I am not breathing fire out of my mouth, it is not spicy enough. I want to be able to light some of these cigarettes with my breath. That's how spicy I want it. What does it feel like when you fall in love? Like I've eaten a lot of cheesecake? What do dudes talk about when they're alone? Video games? Yeah, mostly video games. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to do for now. Like I said, there's a lot of questions, so I ain't going to bother with all of them. But ladies, if you've got any questions that you would like to ask men, then put them in the comments, and then maybe we can do a more up-to-date version of this in about 8 years. And that was Haze versus Women's Questions for Men. What do you think? Men are from Venus or women are from Mars? Let me know down below, and if you liked this video, give it a like and share it amongst your friends. If you did not like it, then give it a dislike and share it amongst your enemies. You can check out more videos over here, gaming/vlog channel over there. Subscribe and follow me around the web over there. Hit that notification bell as well. All links in the description. But that is all for now, so thank you for watching, and until whenever, if ever, be good to yourselves and each other.